Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a story about what it means to stay faithful when life just feels incredibly unfair. It's a story that echoes through time, reminding us that even in the deepest valleys there's a purpose we might not see yet. Imagine a young man named Joseph living in a vibrant ancient world. He was his father Jacob's favorite, gifted a magnificent, colorful coat that set him apart. But Joseph was also a dreamer, and his dreams, often about his family bowing down to him, didn't exactly win him popularity with his 10 older brothers. In fact, it sparked a deep, burning jealousy. One day, while Joseph was out checking on his brothers tending sheep, they saw their chance. They plotted to kill him, but eventually settled on a crueler fate. They stripped him of his beloved coat and threw him into a dry pit. Can you imagine the terror, the betrayal, the sheer unfairness of that moment? His own flesh and blood turning on him. Then they sold him into slavery to passing traders, who took him far away to Egypt. Joseph, a free young man with a future, now a slave in a foreign land. He ended up in the household of Potiphar, a high-ranking official. Despite his circumstances, Joseph worked diligently, and God blessed him. He quickly rose to become the overseer of Potiphar's entire estate. Things seemed to be looking up, right? But then, another blow. Potiphar's wife, attracted to Joseph, falsely accused him after he rejected her advances. And just like that, Joseph once again found himself a victim of injustice, thrown into prison for a crime he didn't commit. 2 times completely innocent, and 2 times life dealt him a crushing hand. It would be so easy to give up, to become bitter. Even in prison, Joseph didn't lose his faith or his kindness. He interpreted the dreams of 2 fellow prisoners, Pharaoh's cupbearer and his baker. He accurately predicted the cupbearer would be restored to his position and asked him to remember him. But once again, Joseph was forgotten. 2 more years passed, 2 more years of waiting and despair. Then, Pharaoh himself had disturbing dreams that no one could interpret. Suddenly the cupbearer remembered Joseph. He was quickly brought from prison, cleaned up, and stood before the most powerful man in Egypt. With God's help, Joseph not only interpreted Pharaoh's dreams of 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of famine, but also offered a brilliant plan to save Egypt. Pharaoh, recognizing Joseph's wisdom and the Spirit of God within him, immediately appointed him second in command over all of Egypt. From a pit to a prison and now to a palace. Joseph, who had endured such profound unfairness, was now in a position to save countless lives, including his own family. Years later, when the famine struck, Joseph's brothers came to Egypt seeking food. They bowed before him, just as his boyhood dreams had foretold, not recognizing the powerful Egyptian official as their long-lost brother. After a series of tests, Joseph finally revealed himself in a deeply emotional reunion. He told them, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Joseph's story reminds us that even when life feels incredibly unfair, when betrayal, false accusations, and forgetfulness hit us, God is always working behind the scenes. He can take our deepest hurts and weave them into a tapestry of purpose and redemption. Staying faithful isn't about ignoring the pain. It's about trusting that even in the darkest moments, there's a plan unfolding. It's about holding on to hope, even when we can't see the way forward. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share.